snap. It's time for another live Ask Big Van show with me, your host, Big Van. Don't forget about social media producer Mazzani. We got Ryan producing. We got Kenny on sounds. Andrew. Tracy's back there tonight. Zaida's in Miami. Nick, rest of the crew, special guest, Mr. Lick Me in the Mouth himself, Andrew Bridgeforth in the house. When you watch it, don't forget to share. Your sharing means you're caring. And when you share, we can see that you've shared. Our software shows us who you are. Sharers or carers, we can't see your questions. Can't wait to see your questions and comments on this live episode of the Ask Big Van Show. What's up, everybody in the whole wide world? Welcome to this episode of the Ask Big Van Show. It's been a couple weeks since we've seen you because of the holidays. So excited for you to be joining us. We're so excited about tonight. Going to have a great show for you tonight. With me, as always, beautiful social media director, producer, Mazzani Speaks. What's up, Mazzani?
Hey, how you doing?
And are you doing good? Did you have fun? We went to dinner before the show, and did you have a good spot there at dinner?
No.
Oh, yes, that ain't the story.
Yes, it is. My pizza was crusty.
What's pizza crust? That's kind of what you're going for, right? When you go get pizza.
No, honey. No, I want ooey, gooey, delicious.
We'll put a little water on it. Make it a little
water.
With me also back in the hole, we got the producer, the lounge, we'll call it. There's Ryan, producer Ryan, main producer.
Let's go. What up?
In the middle, there's Mama T, Tracy K. On the end, you know Kenny Payne, Mr. Sound Man himself. The sounds and the effects, all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. We see you struggling.
No, it's because I can't hear nothing. And with me, as sometimes he's in the back, sometimes he's in the front.
Oh, God. Wait, no.
Mr.
Andrew Bridgeforth. You know, Andrew, just so everybody watches this show, all three of you, just so you guys know that Andrew normally, sometimes he sits in the producer lounge and he finds information for us to talk about and look up. And then sometimes if I don't take the time to invite a guest to be on the show, we say, Andrew, why don't you come out and sit in the guest chair, and then you can give your opinion about things and all that stuff. So sometimes we'll bring out somebody else. Maybe we'll bring out Kenny sometime and put him in the guest seat or whatever. But if I forget to call you, if you're somebody that watches the show all the time, or you're one of my friends, or you're a colleague, or somebody that wants to be on the show, reach out to us and let me know, because sometimes I just get so busy with everything else, the production stuff, I just forget to call. And honestly, I just forget to call somebody and say, hey, you want to be on the show? So reach out to us, let us know you want to be on the show. We'll bring you in, put you over here in the guest seat, and make you famous, make you worldwide famous, international superstar. But anyways, yeah, Andrew, I like your name they gave you, the producers gave you today. They're
Lick me in the mouth, yeah.
Mr. Lick Me in the Mouth. That's from one time you were on the show back.
Right.
And you were talking about your dog that you like to
I am the information guy, so it's a proven fact that dogs' mouths are cleaner than humans' mouths.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll kiss a dog on the lips or let him kiss me in the mouth. You know. I'm not worried about it. You know, I've got a strong immune system.
So parkour. So your dog's tongue has been fully in your mouth before?
Not just my dog.
It didn't have to be your dog. It's not limited to a dog you know.
I will.
It's like you're walking down the street. Come here, dog. See how much of your tongue can fit in my mouth. That's disgusting.
Well, that's just how.
Well, not according to you.
No, better than kissing a stranger.
Well, strange dogs.
A strange human.
Yeah, so strange humans' mouths are dirtier than strange dogs' mouths?
Statistically.
Have you ever seen a dog lick his own butthole?
Factually. Well...
And would that divert you from letting him stick that same tongue all the way in your mouth?
Probably need like a 1 to 2 minute grace period.
That was easy.
So if you walk into my house, you see my dog doing the business,
No.
Then you're gonna like pick it up and let it stick its tongue in your mouth.
Well, your dog ain't cute enough. No, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Mozart's
We got way off track real fast with that one. So that's Ryan's fault, actually, for putting that title on him.
Oh,
Hey, everybody. If you're watching the show, we're getting ready. Oh, what's that say?
How is that going?
Basically, that's what I was saying. Yeah, absolutely.
The gastrointestinal tract of the dog is actually...
Stop. All right. Hey, listen, everybody. We're getting ready to kick off with...
Humans do it too. No, just kidding.
Oh, we lick our buttholes?
Like brown diamonds.
Not our own.
All right. So here we go. We're getting...
Oh, my God.
We're quickly pummeling like an asteroid to the gutter. So let's pull it...
never mind.
Let's pull it back out of the gutter. Hey, if you're watching the show, post your questions and comments below. Again, we're just coming off the holiday break, so we don't have a lot of questions queued up because we've just kind of been lazy for the last couple weeks. So put some questions in there about topics, hot topics, national topics, politics, religion, sex. We'll talk about all that stuff. We'll keep it PG-13, though, guys. Let's keep it PG-13. Are you all right, Mazzani?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But yeah, so give us some questions in the comments below and some topics to discuss tonight during the show. We also have some other topics, obviously, that we like talking about, but we definitely want to talk about the comments and the questions that you guys have that are watching the show as well. Also, take just a second. If you're watching on your phone, use your thumb. Just share this real quick. Hit the share button. Yeah, not your tongue. Hit the share button and share it with like any yard sale groups or garage sale groups you're part of, or any work groups or city groups or motorcycle groups, whatever. And just throw it on the group site and let some of your friends on the groups join in and ask their questions and also enjoy watching the show. We like to have some new blood watch it. So thanks for everybody that's watching right now. Thanks for being a part of the Ask Big Van show. So Mazzani, what do you say? You want to get started with some kind of topic for us to talk about or a question? You got anything over there that we can ramble on about for hours on end?
Yep. You ready?
I think we're ready.
Ready. I like to hold my mouth behind this like that. I think it looks better.
What do I do with my hands?
Put your hands down. Just put them down. No. Put your hands down.
Okay. This first question comes from Ryan. Come on. He would like to know what did you best know Betty for? R.I.P.
Oh yeah,
Mama, I love
that's
you.
Right.
Hold it down.
Betty White. We're not laughing about Betty White.
Madre.
We're laughing about Mazzani being ridiculous.
What do we remember about Betty White?
But
come on.
Yeah, you want to throw up a picture of Betty White, one of you, on your computers there?
Yeah, somebody do it.
Can we see what she looked like when she was younger?
She was fine.
She's been on movies for like
real.
70 years or something.
She was a bombshell.
I've
Let me help you. I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
I got it. Cause yeah.
Yeah.
I'm innocent.
But so Betty White just passed, as you guys know. She was like 99 something, almost right at her 100th birthday.
I think she missed it by 2 days.
Yeah, missed it pretty close. We can give her 100. We can say she was 100.
Okay.
You know, because if you count in the womb, she's definitely 100. Unless you're, unless you're one of those people that don't believe babies are alive before they're born. But whatever.
Even after they're born.
Yeah, or even after.
Speaking on that, we gotta come back to that.
Oh
later.
no, Mazzani.
Because I got it.
Okay.
But I'm looking for.
But anyway, so because of that, we'll give Betty White 100. We'll smack 100 on it. So even she's more than 100 if you count it like that. Count it from a heartbeat. If you count it from a heartbeat, she's well over 100.
Yeah. It's like, what is that, 6 weeks in or less?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
So.
I think I found one.
So let us know in the comments what you guys think about Betty White. I remember her from Golden Girls, right? Wasn't she on Golden Girls? She was like, yeah.
That's the wrong. It's
yeah, that's her.
It's delayed real bad.
Let me see what he looking like.
What picture you about?
Hold on, pull it back.
The one on the right or the one on the left?
The left is pretty nice too. Honestly, she looks
man.
good.
See the one on the left? It's like when you put it in the crock pot. You know what I'm saying? You let it age. You let it simmer. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let that cook overnight.
Oh my gosh!
Take it out in the morning, meat to fall off the bone.
I remember Betty White Probably, honestly, obviously from the Golden Girls and all that stuff, but I think one of the things I liked the most about her was the Snickers commercials. Remember she did
when
those?
She get hit, and then she's like, "You need to eat a
Yeah,
Snickers."
and then
she's
playing football, and then like she's acting all grouchy, and then like her buddy comes up and it's a dude, and he's like, "You need a Snickers," and then Betty would eat the Snickers. Now he's like this football player guy.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that's kind of what I probably remember the most for. What about you, Mazzani?
When she did to the window, to the window, to the wall, to the wall, to the side, jot down my on the proposal.
Oh my
When
gosh!
her and Sandra Bullock went dancing in the woods.
Oh yeah,
That's my favorite part.
That
or
was-
her snide comments in general. She always has like the funniest comebacks to everything.
one of the things I remember is she was definitely would say things that were not grandma-ish.
No. No.
because she looked like everybody's grandma, but she didn't talk like that all the time. So that's good. Anybody else? Nobody? Crickets back there in the producer lounge? Everybody's like snoozing back there, just relaxing outside of the school.
I'm
Trying to play some b-ball.
It's like maybe the previous generation could probably say something a lot more things.
Previous
about him.
generation, like
Previ-
old people.
No, previous generations in general.
That's
could probably
that's what I hear. Old people.
say a lot more. But
Previous generations.
it's unfortunate we lose things to the time. You know.
Well, she was relevant even now. Like, I mean, she was working up until like right till recently. She was probably working on a set when she passed.
Yeah.
She worked all the time, so she was very relevant for being part of the previous generation.
You guys also heard that we lost
Are you offended?
John Madden too, right?
Oh,
Oh, I did hear that. Yeah. He's been around for a while too.
Yeah, he passed away.
He's been
a
in that
couple days
previous
before she
generation
did.
for a long time.
What?
I said he's been in that previous generation for a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
He's made some funny commercials too.
Yeah.
Like just owning the fact that people make fun of his voice. You know?
Oh yeah.
John Madden here.
It's kind of like Billy Mays actually. Whatever.
I'm trying
You gotta
here.
practice.
You gotta watch the YouTube video. Hey, keep that camera on him. I just want to show off some of my Christmas gifts. If you know who this is,
You're struggling there.
it's hard. It's like reverse what I would think it would be.
Go back.
Is
towards
he on
Andrew.
crutches? What is it?
He burned his foot.
This is who knows who this is? Oh,
He's dead.
Now he's worth
Oh,
nothing.
sorry.
Right, you ignorant slut.
Who knows who that is? And why is he on crutches? That's don't tell him. Don't tell anybody. If you're a viewer and you know who that is and why he's on crutches, then you will win the $1 million prize.
What?
If you can guess it. Do you know Mazzani? Do you know who that is and why he's on
He
crutches?
burned his foot. It's probably somebody from the office.
Oh no, that's because I told you.
It's somebody from the office, ain't it?
No, don't give it away. Don't be throwing away my $1 million prizes like they're nothing.
I'm not throwing it away. If I'm close, you go give me my $1 million.
No. So if you're watching the show, you know who that is. Then tell us who it is and why he's on crutches. And the other Christmas gift that I'll share with you guys is this guy. There we go.
It's a wizard with French fries.
Who is that guy? Look at his outfit and look at his hay hat.
Hey.
Or could you say a crown of hay? And tell me who this is and why he's wearing a hay crown. Those were two really cool Christmas gifts I got. Oh, I got this one too. I forgot. Look at that one.
Back on up.
How come it takes so long to get it? Oh, there we go. Come to the dad side. We have bad jokes. Ah, stop. And then I got a cool Dunder Mifflin one. Bam! Dunder Mifflin. Paper company. This is where I work.
Only the finest quality of lumber.
No. Oh, lumber.
Lumber.
To make the trees.
It's paper. It's not lumber.
No, but we use quality lumber to make the paper.
No, you don't make paper from lumber. It'd be a thick piece of paper like a 2x4.
You gotta shave the lumber down and make paper sheets, don't you?
Doesn't paper come from trees?
No. Not, it used to, but not anymore.
What do they make paper out of now?
No, it's just chemicals and stuff. Recycled
Bunch of
plastics.
whiteout.
Are you kidding me?
Recycled bottles and stuff. They don't have enough trees to make paper anymore.
Information guy on this one. You're lying. You're lying to me. I wouldn't.
Boy.
Well, the saw blades, they can't get the saw blades to cut that thin anymore like they used to.
Oh, okay. Over the centuries, paper has been made from a wide variety of materials such as cotton, wheat, straw, sugarcane waste, flax, bamboo,
Had to stop
wood,
that
linen
cotton
rags,
stuff,
and
didn't
hemp.
Cotton.
Cotton. Wood and recycled paper.
I only write on cotton paper.
I thought we were going to learn something.
I bet you do.
I only recycle cotton paper. I never even heard of cotton paper.
Yeah.
But now, obviously, it's a racist thing, isn't it, Mazzani?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. My facial expression spoke volumes.
Well, we couldn't see your
But
facial
I
expressions.
apologize. I don't know. What is racism?
It's when you get a bunch of people that like to drive fast.
Stop. I already know where you go. Get
And
your
they
dad
all-
jokes cup.
And they all get on the street together and they
pour it out.
just can't get enough of it.
You hearing revving his engine at me? I'm about to have to race it.
I got another, but it's too inappropriate. I wouldn't say it. No way. Okay.
Tell us later.
Cancel.
All right.
Canceled. Canceled. Hey, I'm surprised we even have a show from that last show we did. Did you guys see that last show we did? That was hilarious. We should bring up the clip of Mazzani talking about little people. That's hilarious.
It's very PC of you.
Very PC. If you did not see our last episode of Ask Big Van Show, you have got to go watch it. And it was just, there were some parts in there. There was a part when we were talking about inappropriate words to say that are not okay, or that are okay, I guess, nowadays, or not okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it is. We were talking about words that used to be okay but not okay nowadays because of political correctness and all that stuff. And there's some hilarious parts.
Yeah.
We all watched it back again, and we're rolling here in the studio, so it's very good. All right, Mazzani, I'm sorry to ramble on. What you got? You got something for us to talk about?
Yeah, I do.
Another
Actually,
question?
This was shared with me this week. Let's go ahead and talk about it.
Oh, goodness. Are we getting any questions from the viewers yet?
Yeah, we have a couple.
Okay, good. Y'all ask some questions.
I'm
So
just
Mazzani's
mixing
got
them
something
up,
to bring
yeah.
up so we can talk about
I'm
it.
mixing it up. Look,
What are some topics they could ask us about? They could ask us about the flat Earth.
we do have a P.O. box. Thank you for asking.
Oh, P.O. box. You giving out our address? What if somebody sends a bomb or something?
No, we have a P.O. box at the mail place.
What we should do is, if you guys want to send us something, hey, by the way, these bobblehead things were gifts. So if you want to send us something like that, reach out to us, and then we'll give you, like, put it in like direct message us, private message us, and we'll give you our address.
Somebody's gonna send like a severed horse head.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why
why
you
I'm
get a
afraid.
P.O.
That's why we want to know who
okay,
we're giving the
go on.
address
Oh,
to.
okay.
Yeah, we want if you message
I'll put
us,
that horse on my wall.
if you message us, we'll give you our address. Then you can send us cool stuff to put on the desk. And you know what else we'll do? Hey, I need to do this. We'll write the name of the person who sent it to us on the bottom. So anytime like we bring it up and talk to, like these came from Ryan Craigie.
You're gonna make a lot of people angry by doing that.
Yeah, we'll put like the question. We'll put who sent it. So like whenever we bring it up and talk about it during a show, we'll say, "Oh, this one came from Billy Bob, whoever," right? And then that way we can keep track of who sent the stuff to us. But we got like a Trump mug here.
I thought that was a potato.
And it's not a potato. It's
A potato
greatest
with butter.
president. Wrong.
Butter and sour cream.
And we got
I thought that was a Black Pride cup.
no.
Quiet.
Quiet. Don't be rude. So, if you want to send us something, put on the show like that, some kind of a cool little bobblehead or something you think would be cool, holler at us and we'll give you our address. But we're not going to give our address out over the internet like that. Wouldn't that be not wise?
That's why you get a P.O. box.
Tons of hateful
Yeah.
stuff.
We'll get like hate mail
I don't care if there's no
From the
money in it.
tolerant
You open
left.
it like this.
from the tolerant, the tolerant people,
From the tolerant.
and the open-minded ones.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll get Like I could just see like a whole bunch of package bombs. Be like, no, Mazzani, don't open that.
We got
I
another.
want to know what happened to the plans they sent you.
Okay, sorry, Mazzani, let's do it. Sorry for interrupting you. You were going to go somewhere there.
What's the quiz?
Was that? Was the camera on her?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Mazzani, that was like a Tyrannosaurus Rex burp there.
My arms are long.
You moved it, but you turned your head. We're like, Wah! Hey, I'd rather come out that end. I would rather it come out that end.
Speak, oh toothless one. That's what my stepdad always says. Speak, oh toothless
All right,
one.
Mazzani, let's go to
Okay,
let's go.
so
to,
this one, hold on a second. Ooh. So this one, I don't remember where it comes from. Somebody sent it to me, and it's talking about offenders of sex.
Ooh.
And it says, that is, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
It said, registered sex offenders don't have to carry a card on them because it violates their privacy. But they want you to show proof of your private medical info on a card just to go into a public building. Let that sink in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's obviously.
What the hell is even that?
That's all of this vaccination passport stuff. Going in and proving all the vaccination stuff. So everybody, let us know in the comments which side of the fence you're on with that vaccination mandate stuff. Obviously, I know people that have been vaccinated, but they don't agree with a vaccination mandate. Right? They think it should be person's right to get that stuff. And I absolutely am in that camp. I think it's absolutely somebody's right to go and get vaccinated if they want to be vaccinated and feel like that helps them with this scenario that we're in. But I absolutely do not agree that the government should force you to put something in your body or penalize you if you don't put something like that in your body. That's my opinion.
Absolutely, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at all.
Thank
the,
you.
Yeah, no, that's
thank
an
you.
objective truth. It's just a fact. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend anybody by stating a fact.
Yeah.
But you look at all these states like New York and California that have these lockdowns and mandates and forced vaccinations.
Yeah.
I mean, their COVID rates are way higher than the free states that don't have those.
Oh yeah,
Free states.
there's
Free
definitely scientific proof that the vaccination does not keep people from getting COVID.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
But I think that from what I
Wait a
can
minute, man. What did you just say to me? Wait a minute. Are you a doctor?
canceled.
Are you a doctor? Please.
Yeah, I'm a doctor of love.
Listen, you're trying to shed light on something that like I literally have to deal with every day. And for you to like disprove my narrative that's entirely based off of emotion and lies is literal violence.
That was nice,
That's
Kenny.
literal violence.
That was nice. Right on. I hope you guys at home can hear those sound effects because Kenny is killing it.
I will be sending a pipe bomb to
Please do not send any pipe bombs to Fat Ox. To wherever. Why'd you say that?
Bro!
Where are we at?
Wherever that is that you could send addresses.
I feel like you guys skipped like the most important part of this.
What?
That registered sex offenders don't have to carry a card on them.
I mean, that is a very big deal.
You know
for
what?
sure.
You know what though?
No, let's talk about that. So, what if a registered sex offender goes into a restaurant? Should they have to pull out a card and say, "Hey, everybody, I'm a registered sex offender"?
Absolutely, because I'm going to get up and leave automatically. If I'm with my daughter, I'm leaving.
That'd be bad for business.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think that they should.
You made the decision to be a sex offender. You can make the decision to have to carry that card. You should have it on you like a scarlet letter.
But they do need to register online, don't they? When they move into a new neighborhood, they're on a national database, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, new legislation is trying to do away with that.
Do you think that? Oh yeah, I could foresee that. I could definitely foresee the liberals pushing to get rid of that sex offender database because it is so embarrassing to the people that.
It's supposed to be.
You know.
They're trying to get rid of
the
crime.
purpose.
Yes, but it hurts their feelings.
Oh, okay.
Right.
We need to take that into consideration.
I didn't know
If
their
you-
feelings mattered.
Absolutely, the left definitely matters to the left.
You,
So-
you know what they're calling it now? Minor attraction.
I mean, they're rewriting complete national laws over people's soul emotional feelings.
Okay, well, I feel like if that happens, then I should be able to castrate those persons publicly. That should be a thing, and I should get away with it because that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Since we're going off feelings,
Canceled.
shoot, it's a time to kill over here.
Speaking of pedophiles, two things: the Elaine Maxwell.
Oh yeah,
trial was over.
that went over. They found her guilty. Yeah.
They found her guilty, but they sealed the court documents, so everybody that was involved, nobody knows about it.
Yeah, that's also super sketchy. Like, because everybody knows all the names in those court documents that they discussed during that process were all the names that we're probably familiar with.
Well, probably nobody important.
Yeah, right.
I'm very confused.
Unfortunate.
I wonder why they sealed the court documents. Wouldn't we have the right to that as public information?
No, because this.
Why? Is it because of the type of case that it was, a federal case?
I just think it's because there's no accountability anymore, or
Yeah.
if there ever was. But
Look at this camera angle. Look at that piece of trim that's in the corner. It's all like,
this one,
yeah, it's like all bent up over there against the wall. We didn't really think that camera angle through. We need to get.
God, who the hell cares?
We need to get like a chase lounge or something to put over there.
I'm not sure what you're talking
Put
about.
it back,
chase lounge?
Ryan. Put it back on that camera angle. All right, you see all the way over in the corner, the piece of wood over there. Well, we need to get like a chase lounge in the corner and like have a little person or somebody sitting on it, just like juggling or something. So whenever we go to that angle, there's just like something over there,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
or like a attractive woman in a bikini or something. Just something that's like completely out of our whole conversation. Just
Right.
when it goes over there, people are like, "What is that?"
Or an attractive
change
man
it.
in a Speedo.
Nope.
I like turtles.
Nope.
Shut up.
If we could have an attractive woman.
Yeah, but I have to
just
look
saying,
over there the whole time.
We better have a Ken and a Barbie.
Yeah, I'm watching
about
some
me out of
dude's Speedo over here the
What
whole
about me?
time.
I have Speedos.
Yeah, I don't want to look at that though. Understand, that's the corner I'm looking at the whole show, right? So I would see some dude over there, some suave guy.
Do it.
You know he's got to be from
You're
Central America
welcome.
someplace. She's tan from Central America, has got abs.
Central America.
You know who I'm thinking of? Whenever I think of guys in Speedos, I think about that show that it was...
Baywatch?
No, it was the one where they redid it. The guy fell off the boat and hit his head and got amnesia, the rich dude.
Adam Sandler.
No. Overboard. The show is called The movie's called Overboard. Do you remember?
movie.
We saw. They had an old one with Goldie Hawn back in the '80s, but then they redid it recently, and they had the dude was a rich guy that hit his head.
Wait a minute. That was a woman, and I think it was Farrah Fawcett. What are you
In
talking
the
about?
old days, it was a rich woman, but in the
Yeah,
new
it was
show,
Farrah Fawcett, right?
No, it was Goldie Hawn. But in the new
Goldie
show,
Hawn. I'm
yeah,
about to look
in the
this
new
up.
show, it's a dude. Yeah, look him up. It's a guy. It's a Hispanic guy, and he falls overboard. He's the rich guy.
It was Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, don't question my movie knowledge. And he fell overboard in this new one and hits his head. But in the new one, he's like wearing a Speedo and all this stuff like that. And I'm like, no, that's super awkward. So I do not want to be looking at that over in the corner of our studio every episode.
That kind of sounds.
Why are you guys like everybody?
That's
who's
not
looking,
fair,
looking
bro.
that up?
non-inclusive? Honestly.
It's
we've got
completely fair.
If we got a
It
woman
is.
here, we need a man here,
Yep.
and then
No.
we need a non-binary.
And in any case, if you a non-binary.
What does a non-binary look like?
Are you implying that a non-binary has to look a certain way?
That's literal violence, man. Show me your doctorate. Show it to me. Where did you get your medical degree from?
Creepy.
Oh my gosh, you're out of control, man. Oh my gosh. So, what was the question that you got off track with your? Oh, it was the sex offender thing. Okay, well, we're.
Oh yeah.
Are we
that.
done talking about the sex offender thing?
Well,
You know, the sex offender thing. I let me weigh in on that. Back to that comment. You know, obviously, there's the where I think that they need to reform the sex offender registry is they need to reform it in violation, right? So you can have some guy. Tracy and I know this guy that when he was like 16, 17 was, or maybe had just turned 18 or something, but he's like making out in a car with a girl that's 16, 17, and the girl's obviously consenting, and they're like smooching and kissing and all that stuff. Well, her dad catches them and files charges. Now dude has a sex offender charge.
for the rest of his life.
Yeah, now it's like the guy we know, it's like, what, 7, 8 years later, 10 years later, Still got this charge. Now, when you look on a map at his address, it looks the exact same as some dude over here who used to do some super inappropriate things with little kids. So to everybody that looks at that, they're equal. But when you hear their stories, you're like, well, they're not equal.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's where the reform needs to come in, and like maybe you have like shades, like it's like
50 Shades of Grey.
it's like light yellow's not too bad, like dark red over here is like super bad, and like purple is like stone them. You know what I mean?
What is a miracle?
Well, one more thing about minor attracted people, as the PC terminology goes. Project Veritas.
Minor
attracted people is
like
what,
coal miners.
No, like minors, young people.
Dad jokes.
Oh, you're minor attracted because they're trying to normalize it because you have all these Hollywood elites and so forth.
I saw the video where the lady was giving the speech normalizing it, trying to normalize it.
Absolutely.
If people have the right to be attracted to the same sex, then they have the right. He's talking. He's doing this. He's trying to shut me down.
No, I didn't
Trying to
realize
censor
it was
me.
that long. I thought it
If
was
people
just
have the
about
right to be attracted to the same sex, then they have the right to be attracted to whoever they're attracted to. It's not their fault if it's.
Well, along those lines, medieval times, the kings would just prance through the town square and be like, "I'll take that one and that one." They'd take wives as early as like 13 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
For their harem.
for their harem. I
Don't
know.
like people who practice polygamy do that now.
Am I normalizing
Don't
it?
people what?
That practice polygamy do that now.
No, not necessarily.
Like a lot of the what is it? Not Mormons. It's the other ones.
Muslims?
Swingers.
No. It's those old men that marry like the 14 and ups, something like
Oh,
that.
that's sketchy. Yeah, definitely that's sketchy across the board. But
Sugar daddy.
They say that once a woman has become a woman, and that means get their menstrual, that
Okay.
they are then able to procreate. So they're now a woman. They're right for the picking. That's the thing.
you know, and let's talk about that. Let's say you got some girl who's 15, right, and she's undeveloped, right? She's still a young child, right? Whatever. But then you say you have a different girl who's 15. She's fully developed and been developed for 2 years. Do you guys think that nature? And I would even venture. I mean, I don't know that I would put God in this conversation, but He obviously set forth motion, you know, for people to change. And all right, here let's change the topic because obviously I see all these looks like I'm getting ready to get.
I was
listening.
I'm getting ready to get
I was ready to hear
strung.
what you
Okay,
had
well,
to
don't
We
look
were
at me
just-
like
we just wanna
you're
hear
ready
what
to
you have
pounce
to
on me.
say.
Everybody.
Instantly, we all
Everybody's
start
like-
looking at each other like,
Trying to normalize
Something's
minor
looking wrong.
attraction.
They're all looking, especially Tracy. They're all looking at me like they're getting ready to pounce on me. Like, don't you gonna say this? Ain't you? You gonna?
But there's
all right.
grass on the field.
Well, what? So
I'm just saying.
all I'm saying is, do you guys think that nature? Let's go back to that girl, 15-year-old girls. Do you think that nature is saying that one is a woman versus the other one isn't quite a woman yet? Or do you think that we should go strictly by America's standard of 18 years old as a woman?
What about their mind, their mental?
That's what I was going to say. There's a lot of factors to consider. Like if somebody's 18 and really 18.
when is a man a man?
Right.
I'm telling you when a man is a man. That's what I'm trying to say with this comment. A man is a man when his body has changed into being a man. Because it's not an age.
So what about?
I saw a dude.
It's a mindset.
I saw a guy one time. I was at a grocery store, and he came out of the grocery store. He was waiting for his mom.
Is this a dad joke?
Nope, true story. True story. He came out of the grocery store. This guy's like 6'3", got some muscular legs that are completely hairy, like an ape, you know. But he's got his socks pulled up, real high top socks, you know, with bands around it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he's got like these baggy basketball shorts on. He's a white kid. And
I
he's
hope
got
so.
and he's got like a baggy t-shirt on, and he's got some Beats headphones around his neck, and he's got a beard, and he's probably like 17 or something.
Yeah.
But if you took all that off and put a suit on him, he'd look like he's 23.
I
know
want
what
to
I'm
say
saying?
something.
Okay.
I'm about
But
to,
the point I'm making is he was acting like a 12 or 14-year-old kid standing out there waiting for his mom. Come on, Mom, I'm ready to go.
Right.
But his body and nature says, no, this dude this is a man. This guy is a man. He can procreate. He can, He needs to grow the hell up
Exactly.
and be a man. Does that make sense?
Mazzani?
Now, please.
Go ahead, Mazzani.
That irks me to no end, and I'm going to tell you why.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a...
Serious. I'm being serious. Being serious. When my brother was like 14, 15, he was already like 6'2". He's
Harry?
Yeah, and Harry. Yeah. Yeah.
He was a man. That's
He
why they
would-
have bar mitzvahs
he
in
would,
other
like,
countries.
And we would go places, and people would like step to him. And I'm his oldest sister. Like, if he's 14, I'd be like 19 years old at the time. So I was like 19, he was 14. We're going places. He's taller than me. He's bigger than me. He looks older than me.
Yeah.
And people are giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
And I have to check him. Like, that's my little brother.
Like body check, like,
No, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, that's my 14-year-old brother.
Cram!
You could get at his face and step to somebody your own age. And they're like, oh, get out of my face, little girl. Because then I really did look
Yeah.
like a little girl. So it is. It really is a mental thing and an age thing. Because to
Yeah.
him, he really is thinking, oh my gosh, like I want to have to fight this person because. And I'm like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't, because you're a child.
Yeah. But that's wrong. Let him be a man. He's in a man's body. Let him be a man.
Get beat up.
What I'm saying is in other countries, and the man age is 13. 13 years old.
The age where they like
But
knife
there's-
people
there-
in Russia, where they
in-
drink vodka at
in
5.
Israel, they have bar mitzvahs for men, for boys when they turn
and
13.
they give them money. You were going
They
to give these people money?
They become a man when they're 13. What I'm saying is, that there's let's say you have bar mitzvahs for 13-year-olds. How many of you guys know kids who are 13 or 14-year-old boys that are not men at all?
Yeah.
They don't have any puberty. Looks like they're probably not going to hit puberty for a couple more years. You know, we know. So what I'm saying is, society is the one who says that at this legal age they are a man. So therefore, at that age, they can do men things, they can make men's decisions, and they can be a man. But the reality is they're a man far before that. Not all of them. Some of them are 18 and clearly not a man. You know, the point is that that's the same for girls.
Some are 70
physically?
and still not a man.
You think physically they are adults, but mentally there's no way. Like,
No, we can't get into the mental conversation because there's dudes that are 30 that still act like they're 14.
That's true.
But for the sake of this,
For the sake of
minor
this-
attracted person,
Exactly. This whole thing goes back to the conversation we were having before about sex offenders who are attracted to minors. Now, if it's a dude that's attracted to a girl that's 15, 16, and she's fully developed, she is, for all intents and purposes, a woman, and you see her and you're attracted to her, are you a sex offender now because you've looked at a girl who's fully developed? Or vice versa, you have the guy with the, let's say, the hairy legs and the pulled up socks and the Beats headphones. You take that all off of him and you put on a nice outfit, like a clubbing outfit.
Right.
And he's standing there. And if you're a woman, Mazzani, that's 25, and you see this dude, albeit he's 15, you don't know that. He looks 22 or 23 in a full-grown man's body. Are you now a sex offender because you're attracted to that guy?
you didn't act on it.
Why did you do this?
Do you see what I'm saying?
These kids today want to look older, especially on Instagram.
It's the
Yeah.
dang Tyson's chicken nuggets we're
Like,
feeding them.
So you could look at somebody and be like, oh snap, and like, yo, she's 17. Like,
Yeah, no, but what if she didn't say she was 17? What if she said, I'm 22?
you're a sex offender, my guy.
And yeah, exactly, that's the point that I'm making. So now we see this guy, he's got a sex
Let me
offender
see your
charge.
ID, cuz.
That's the point I'm making. We got this guy who's now, or girl, who's now got a sex offender charge because she was attracted to a person who looked like a full-grown adult,
Okay.
but was underage and said they were of age. And now there's a charge there.
Yeah.
And now that person's got the same label on them as a dude who is obviously a sex offender. You
Well,
know,
if
who-
they're attractive when they're 14, they could possibly be attractive when they're 18.
yeah, but you don't know that. They're telling you they're 18. And you guys are hot and heavy in the car.
What? Whoa.
You gotta be
Yeah.
careful. You gotta be careful. It's a minefield out there these
It's
days.
a minefield, that's for sure. And maybe you should just wait till you get married, which is kind of the point. You do blood tests before you get married. You get all this kind of legal stuff that takes place before you marry somebody.
Or don't marry people your same race and color.
That doesn't change the age gender issue.
You said
Keep
you're
the
getting your
bloodline
blood.
pure.
You're trying to make sure you're not married to your cousin. It's not West Virginia.
I didn't. That's a whole nother conversation.
Oh, I
We're
thought
talking.
you were talking about when you said get your
Who's
blood
talking about
checked.
marrying their
He
cousin,
said get your
Masadi?
blood checked.
I think a lot
Not
of
for
these,
that. You get your blood checked for diseases before you get
Oh.
married. Masadi's like, get your blood checked. Make sure you're not marrying your cousin.
That's an interesting point of the conversation you brought up, man. Like,
Okay.
But these high profile people, the Epstein Island people, like they knew those kids were underage.
Of course.
And they get off on.
No, you're
taking
definitely right.
advantage of
I'm not justifying those kind of sex offenders. I'm not justifying that.
Right.
I'm saying that I think I've said what I said. I think everybody understands.
Yeah, we understand.
I have a question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You were saying that where you classify them as a woman or a man. I personally know females that have become, quote unquote, a woman at the age of 9 because they've received their menstrual that early. Would they then be considered a woman? The same as a 14-year-old who got her menstrual at that age, or a 16-year-old who got her menstrual at that age?
Oh, two things. One, speak up in the microphone closer. Two, do women, and this is an honest question, do women develop, like, blossom when they get their menstrual, or can they get their menstrual and then still not fully blossom for a couple more years?
I don't know. I blossomed.
Pow!
I'm still working on it.
I think it can be. It's individual.
Get in the microphone. Get in the microphone.
It's individual. It's definitely per person.
Yeah.
Because, one of them was more blossomed, if you will, than the other, but they were still both around the age of 9 or 10 when they got their menstrual. Do they fall in the same category as a woman when the 16-year-olds has their menstrual cycle and they're considered a woman, or an 18-year-old?
I don't know about that, and that wasn't what I was trying to say. Like that because they get their menstrual, that they're now qualified as a woman. I'm talking about as a man, as an average man. I'm not talking about myself. I'm saying men in general. When they see, if you're looking at a woman solely for what we call sexual attraction, you're looking. A lot of times it's whatever that particular guy finds sexy. Like, does he like big boobs? Does he like big butts? Whatever, right? So if a girl who has developed those, now she's got the body of a full-grown woman, and that guy's attracted to those things, that same features that he finds in all other full-grown women that he's attracted to. Now he's attracted to that thing. Does that guy now get labeled a sex offender because the girl that's got that body is under 18? That's what I was saying. So, and vice versa. If it's a woman, again, a 22, 25-year-old woman who sees a guy who's full-grown, has the same body features and, a 3-day stubble and some, broad shoulders and abs, the same body features that she sees in other 20-something-year-old men that she's attracted to. She sees another dude like that at the gym. She's attracted to him. Is she now a sex offender because he's actually only 16? You see what I mean? And so I just think that there's a lot of reform we can do in where we label sex offenders and not just base it solely on the minor's age and that kind of stuff. Does that make sense? Clearly, when there's a grown-ass man who's bringing in some young, undeveloped girl and doing all the stuff that just the Epstein Island stuff was happening, those dudes should all go back to that island and then get nuked. That's a great solution, in my opinion.
It should be worse than that.
Yeah, maybe just nuked from the waist down. Have a 3-foot nuke bomb and just goes up 3 foot, wipes everything out below there.
Okay, let's go back to Mazzani's original question, which was, should they be required to carry a card saying, hey, I'm a sex offender? Well, how is that any different than requiring a murderer to say, hey, I'm a murderer and I'm coming in here to have lunch with you?
How about that, Mazzani? That's a good question, Tracy. And also getting the mics more. Because if you watch these shows back and people aren't in the mic, it sounds real faint and airy.
Well,
so
if we think about it the way Vanna's talking about it, where it's been reformed and there are certain factions, as you would say, then those purple people eaters, they're going to have cards.
Well, maybe as a society, we would understand more of what the cards meant. Maybe if somebody came in and was like, hey, I got a yellow card. People
just the purples. I don't think the lower ones would have to, but those purples, I gotta know if you're at purple.
Yeah,
let's just get tattoos on our foreheads of our social status and what kind of either good person or piece of shit they are.
Yeah,
and we'll just settle that, and then everybody's got tattoos on their forehead.
Yeah, and where does restoration and reformation come into this? What about people that screwed up 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and they've given their life to Christ and their whole lives have changed and they're literally completely different people now?
It doesn't change the fact that the people that they affected.
Yeah, I also think that if you're a minor attracted person, a legit one, like a purple minor attracted person,
Why do you keep saying it like you're
because
a
that's the
liberal?
PC terminology. All right, I'm just being sarcastic, but I think if you
Say
have
it.
that sickness, if you're a pedophile and you have that sickness, like you want to
Say the P word.
you want to take advantage of children. Oh, well, we can't use that word anymore, but I'm just kidding. If you have that sickness in your head,
Do you have a doctorate? Can you show me your doctorate?
that is literal violence. So it will be met with violence.
Sorry.
If you have that sickness in your head, you're never getting rid of it. Like, you can do all the reforms, maybe give your life to Christ, but I think there's a chemical imbalance in your brain and something is actually wrong with it. You have a sickness. It's just like the same circumstance where if a man is capable of raping a woman, like that, you have a chemical imbalance. Like, there are so many, I would hope 99% of men aren't capable of doing something that heinous. But
How and we'll get deep here for a second if you guys don't care. How much of that, what you're calling chemical balance, can you attribute to spiritual issues?
yeah, sure. Yeah, like maybe you're possessed, or maybe you just didn't have the right upbringing and you have the wrong, well, that would be deeper than spiritual. A value system is different than a spiritual thing. I think.
Yeah. And definitely, probably with the rape stuff, it's different than it could be an upbringing, the respect level that you've been taught for women and stuff like that. So,
Would that not fall in the same category as you need to carry a card? Is that not the same category that says
You
you
mean
need to carry a card?
people who rape, you mean?
Yeah.
You just need to be
Those
in
are
jail.
sex offenders too, right? Don't you get the same kind of,
You just need to be in jail forever, under the jail.
if you're a rapist?
Well,
Yeah.
a rapist is different than a pedophile.
It's statutory rape.
Well,
Well-
it depends. It doesn't have to be statutory rape. I'm saying if a man or a woman goes out and rapes somebody of the 30-year-old section somehow, they're still considered a rapist, but it's not
They're not
pedophilia.
they're not considered a sex offender?
It's not considered pedophile
Yeah.
because pedophile is underage.
Right, sure.
So would you not want them to carry a card into the same restaurant to say, hey, I rape women?
And-
you would want to know that, right?
Well,
But then you're infringing on their privacy, just like I did not take the shot or I did take the shot. You're infringing on my privacy.
Just go out in public and be ugly.
I mean, like Mazzani, what about for this conversation? What about like if we're at a restaurant and like a whole entourage comes in and Mike Tyson comes in and is hanging out, signing autographs?
I broke my back.
What's wrong with it?
Would that be a problem
Spinal.
for you?
Why?
Well, because of his past.
What did he do?
Well, he got put in prison for a lot of stuff we're talking about.
For raping people? Mm-hmm. Did he?
Yeah.
I bet he could.
But what I'm saying is,
Oh my God.
what I'm saying is,
Strong. Like, I'm not gonna try to fight Mike Tyson.
Well, it was like 20 years ago. First of all, it was like 20 years ago. Second of all, he touts that he's reformed. Obviously, he just want to, and so much of society has welcomed him back and accepted him back. He's been in all these movies, that hangover movies, and a lot of shows and stuff. Since then, he's back fighting again. Respectfully for him, it's like he touts that he's a changed man. Is there no forgiveness for him, Kenny?
Why are you asking me?
Because you guys were saying that.
I'm just saying.
Like,
listen,
should he still carry a card that says "I did this 20 years ago"?
I think for people who don't have a firsthand account of things like this, they would feel differently. They would probably have more of forgiveness in their heart, but I don't.
I think
But-
people who've been victims of it would have more disdain for him and never forgive
Yeah,
him. But
it is what it is.
My question to you is, Mike Tyson.
I'm not defending Mike Tyson.
And now that I know that, you've ruined Mike Tyson for me.
Well, okay, so Mike Tyson did that 20 years ago. If you're a woman, Van, would you want to be alone with him at night, knowing that he did that in his past and knowing that he's capable of doing that?
Would you, as a man, a grown man?
No, not you as a man, but put yourself in the shoes of your daughter. Like, would you want your daughter being with him if you know he's capable of doing that? Would you ever trust him wholeheartedly, knowing that he's done that in his past? Would you ever trust him again?
I would not. I would not let any of my daughters be with him because he's way older than I am.
Anybody who's ever done that.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some concern there, for sure. Absolutely. I mean, I would be concerned. I would have some doubts. I would have some concern there. No question.
I think there's some things you can come back from, but that's not one of them.
I think, and also,
You're never alone when you're with Christ.
That's true. I also think differently about that. I mean, I have, and I'm sure most of society has different levels of thinking about that topic, or about these things that we're talking about. Like, if somebody came in and it was like the first dude I explained that had that issue when he was 19 or 18 and the girl was 16, 17 and the whole thing, that guy I look at differently than I do like what we were talking about with Mike Tyson. And I look at them completely than I do somebody who would take little kids, and do stuff with little kids. I don't care if it's a mental chemical imbalance or any of that stuff with somebody with little kids. I have no grace for that, Right. And even years later, if I find out years later that they, I know this guy now, but he did that years ago, I would still have major issues with that. Or, girls doing that stuff,
So, quick little tidbit. You know how many kids go missing at the southern border every year?
I don't know, but I've heard stories of what happened to the kids that do go missing.
It's like tens of thousands of them go missing every year. So to incentivize them to come without their parents, for the most part, let's pay all our money to these coyotes to smuggle our kids across the border. A lot of them end up dying. A lot of them end up missing. And you know who's facilitating all that, encouraging it? U.S. government, Democrats.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, you just put the pieces together.
So you're thinking, I see what you're saying. So you got these governmental people that are also the Epstein Island people. Not all of them. I'm not saying all government people are that, but a lot of the people and where does this come from? Because didn't we have when Jeffrey Epstein was going, that there were a bunch of names being thrown around that because they're on the roster of having gone to his island, right?
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, but didn't Trump also go?
Trump was photographed with him. I don't think Trump ever went to the island.
Okay.
People obviously want to pin them together because Orange Man bad.
Yeah,
but
Orange Man bad.
All these, a lot of Democrat politicians, if they don't directly participate, they're definitely willing to turn a blind eye to it, or at least facilitate it, because hey, these are my donors, or these are my.
Are there any Democrats right now that are raising Cain about this Epstein stuff, this Maxwell stuff?
Not that I know of. I don't want to say no. Obviously, I'm going to assume no, but there could be.
I just find it fascinating that we spend like 3 weeks of solid, no break coverage on the kid who had the gun.
The white supremacist.
The white supremacist who shot other white kids in self-defense, and it's proven in court of law self-defense.
One of them was a rapist. And
there's nonstop coverage for 3 weeks about that, but there's you have to hunt and search for coverage on the Maxwell thing,
It's all conspiracy theory.
Pizzagate was the main thing that started it. Jeffrey Turner's watching tonight.
It's a real thing.
Bengals fan. We like to have Bengals fans watching the show.
I like Bengals if you want to send us some to our P.O. box.
You mean Bugles? Bengals.
The Bungles?
Are you talking about Bugles?
Why? Because I'm fat.
You just
No, because why would you want him to send Bengals to our P.O. box?
Bracelets.
Bengals like tigers. Can you see her opening up a package that's been shipped to us?
Like a small box.
And a cat jumps out.
Giant tigers come out and maul us all.
Or worse, they're all dead in there because they've been cooped up for like three weeks in a shipping cargo container. Sorry, that's awful.
Reminds me of Madagascar when his dad left him.
I just wanted to bring up one more minor attracted person point.
Minor attracted.
Yeah. So CNN, Project Veritas, they do great work over there. You're familiar with Project Veritas?
Heard of it.
Yeah. They do investigative reporting, and they'll walk up to people and be like, "Hey, can you tell us why you wanted to say that the vaccines or cover up?" Why
That's CNN.
Project Veritas is the one who exposes everybody at CNN.
I see. I thought you were saying that was CNN.
No.
You were like gesturing, like CNN. Project Veritas.
Hey, CNN, come talk to us about this.
Yeah, that makes sense now.
And they run away every time. Well, CNN had a producer, John Griffin, one of their major producers who oversaw most of their shows. Was just found guilty. I don't know if he's been indicted yet or not, but all of his texts have been leaked to one of the people that he worked with, talking about, "Hey, I want to get with your daughter."
We okay back there?
Yeah.
You guys good?
I saw you running in and out. I didn't know if we were having technical difficulties there.
Well, yeah. John Griffin. Sorry. Actually, I had an article up here.
You good?
Yeah, the power in my whole complex in my apartment went. And my dog, my little puppy's there, so I had to make sure
that
everything was good.
Oh, cool.
Sorry.
I just didn't know if it was some of the technology here.
Does he need a case?
Sometimes the tech here will act up, and the producer has to go solve the problems. Sorry for interrupting you there.
No, it's cool. I don't even care. Anyways, this producer from CNN, this is actually the second producer from CNN who's been found of being minor attracted. And they exposed him for it. And
A pedophile.
a pedophile, yes.
I don't like that term, minor attracted. I'm not going to use that term.
It's a sign of the times,
I'm
man.
going to refuse to accept that.
You refusing
term.
to alter your language to fit my narrative
Yeah.
is literal violence. So now I'm going to send you some anthrax to the mail because I'm intolerant.
I don't like all this
People-
talk about dangerous items being mailed to us during this episode. This is
Mail it. What you gonna do? Come after me. I'm telling the truth, and if it offends people, like, I'm sorry, but I don't care.
yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, the truth is going to offend people or set them free.
Okay, here's the truth.
There you
Get
go.
offended. We need to move on.
Okay, let's move on. Let's go to a lighter topic. Why are we?
You know what we're doing?
We have been bogged down on these heavy topics during this show. I hope we still have viewers. Is anybody even watching the show still? Because we have just, we have.
We have 6 viewers.
That's
And-
perfect.
on Facebook only.
Oh,
but
yeah.
YouTube,
oh yeah,
there's tons.
Okay.
we are broadcasting on like 3 or
We
4,
only have 150 on YouTube.
4 different platforms.
Okay, so
Okay.
now what we're going to do, we're going to be baller shot callers. I'm going to hit some questions, right? And you're just going to answer them fast until you find one that you're like,
Speed round.
I think I want to hit that one aggressive.
I like that idea. Thank you
right.
for posting questions, everybody. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Okay, so here is this one. We're just going to go from, actually, let's go from the bottom up.
Bottoms up. Bottoms up, everybody.
Do it.
Okay, here we go. So this one is from Ryan Craigie. He wants to know,
Folks.
did you know the new season of Cobra Kai added a character named Kenny Payne?
No, I didn't know that. A karate character? Does he do karate, or is he just like a janitor or a truck driver?
No, he does karate.
Hi-ya!
Meet me
Kenny,
outside.
Kenny, can you show us some karate moves?
Yes.
Did they contact you before they used your name and likeness on the show?
No.
This is a good one.
That was
Might-
pretty good.
That dude might be a junior.
Like your kid?
Maybe.
One of your many children you've strewn across the country on your your wild oats. That's Kenny Payne right there?
That makes
That's
sense.
Kenny Payne.
Kenny always
does.
be that black kid.
Looks just like you, actually.
Yep, same eyes.
It ain't mine.
Youngest.
Yep, that is Kenny Payne.
Look at those teeth, bro.
Without a beard.
Oh, gators, bees.
You be hating. Haters be hating.
Okay, next question.
That was good. That was funny.
It was.
Hey, when Cobra Kai first came out, first season, I was thrilled. It was awesome, but I feel like they've run it in the ground now. I think they should. It's like season 4 now or something.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
I think they should have done like 2-3 seasons, then stop, and then come back in like 5 years. Make me want it again. You know?
They set it up for a 5th season after this last season.
They're gonna milk it for all it's worth.
I just want to make a comment.
I don't blame them. I mean, they're getting paid, but whatever.
Because I don't want to be labeled as the pedo. Whenever I think someone's cute on a show, I go and check and see how old they are.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like
That's probably a safe bet.
So like the lead character on Cobra Kai with what I'm talking about. He's cute. He really is. He's
Are you
adorable.
talking about Ralph Macchio? He's older than me.
No. I'm talking about Tam,
Daniel-san.
the one that plays Robbie. I think he's cute. So I went and looked him up, and he's 23. I was like, all right, we good.
Yeah, we good.
We're good. I can
United
like
States tells me he's old enough.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. But that's what I always do. Just check it every time.
Sniff their hair.
Hairy legs. Just check their legs, ladies. If they hairy legs,
Good to go. Grass on the
Hey.
field.
This dude's
Oh wow.
if they
Volleyball.
if they hairy legs,
this dude.
if they hairy, they ain't scary.
Yeah, he's
Yeah. Now, all right. Great example. Put that back up there.
It's the bangs.
Ladies, if you saw that right there, if all you girls in the world just saw that, all 6 of you just saw that and said, let's see it again. No, that's different.
Hold on.
Anyways, the point is that picture of that kid, like what if that kid was Yeah, there you go.
Keep saying kid, bro. He's a grown man.
Yeah, what if that kid was like...
That was strangely arousing.
What if he was like 17 or 16?
I thought that.
And if you think he's attractive... No, here's my question.
He's 17.
Here's my question. What if he was 17? What if he was 17? Does that make you a sex offender now?
I would just be like, that is a
The
nice
truth is,
young
you were
man.
attracted to him before you looked him up. That's the truth.
Hey, you must be a parking ticket.
So the question is, does that make you a sex
all over
offender?
you.
You see what I mean?
Mentally.
That's a legit question.
Oh, yeah, does it?
Search your feelings.
He's
Masani.
23. So
You
does
know
it?
to
Well,
be
now,
true.
because you know that, but what if he was 17? Would you have not been attracted to him then all of a sudden?
Let's see.
Yes.
If you saw this pic, hold on.
Yes, I
You would not think that he's 20.
No, I was like, oh, he's a little boy. I did.
So right there, you thought he was a little boy?
Yeah, and I went and looked him up because
And
I
then,
wanted to know.
okay, so you right there, you said he's a little boy. I'm not attracted to him. But then you looked him up and saw he was 23 and went back and says, now I am attracted to him.
No. I thought when I first watched it, I was like, oh, he has nice hair. I'm gonna look up the cast,
He's a
and
nice
I
hair.
delve into it.
He has nice hair.
Yeah, so I went and looked him up, and then I seen how old he was, and then I went through a couple more of his pictures.
Most of my compliments are made about my hair, my beard specifically.
Why'd you look him up, Mazzani? Specifically.
Why I just looked at the show in general.
Oh, okay.
The sketchiest beard.
Whose leg do you have to hump to get a dry martini around here?
Does no one else do that? Does no one else look up their characters, like to see if they're grown people?
No.
No, don't really care about famous people.
No.
I look them up because I follow them. Like
That's
I'll
fair.
follow them and
I've
see
done
other
that
things.
Yeah, you follow them to their house
No.
and look in their windows.
I'm your biggest fan.
I love you. Are you gonna throw away that napkin you used? Don't throw that napkin away.
You guys doing after the show?
I want to smell your cough.
There's some mustard from your lips on the napkin. Why are we talking about this?
I don't know. I've been trying to go to the next question. Like 30
Okay,
minutes.
next question. You're right. Next question.
Okay. All right. Remember, this is speed round.
Oh yeah, speed round. Hey, make sure we leave time. We want to do some praying for some people today.
Yeah, we. Oh, you know what? No, take that down. Let's do it right now.
No, we can't do it right now.
Why
We
not?
just talked about sex offenders
Okay.
and stalking
All right,
people.
let's wait. I understand.
Let's
okay.
segue a little bit better than
Amy
that.
Pope.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And for that,
Hey, what's up, Amy?
I am out. Amy, Amy Pope wants to know when you were younger, what was your favorite memory of you and your sisters or cousin? Mine is fighting with a cousin over a 50-cent piece.
Yeah. Fighting for money. Fighting to make a living.
Can it
Fighting
be
to hold it
brothers
down.
or
That was
cousins?
legit fighting, by the way. Like pulling hair,
Oh, she
beating
was-
on each other.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was rough.
I wrote a song once many years ago. Probably my favorite memories as a kid was just traveling with my sisters. It seemed like all my memories are traveling when I was a kid, like in the back seat of the car. My parents, driving up front. And
Legs all stiff.
me and my sisters, and I had to
Gotta pee.
Yeah, I always had to sit in the middle, and my sisters wouldn't let me touch them. Like I couldn't lean against them, So they're
Hot.
they're sleeping like leaning up against the doors, and I have to like sleep like straight up like this. If my head rolled over and touched one
Your
of them,
socks are itchy.
yeah, they would like scream and punch me and attack me.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty brutal.
No snacks.
One time when I was a kid, we had a big Suburban, and my parents literally had a mattress laying in the back of this big, like 1980s something Suburban. Mm-hmm. And we pulled over, and like my parents, we were pretty broke when I was a kid. Either we were broke or my parents were cheap, but we would do stuff like this. My parents pulled over to a rest area, stopped the truck, parked it, got out, pulled the mattress out of the back, no joke, and put it on the floor. I mean, put it on the ground in the grass off the side of the sidewalk. And while we all piled onto it with blankets, slept there. I woke up like squirrels were on us. What? People walking by to go use the bathroom. We're all sleeping on the mattress in the grass.
What year was this?
Country bumpkin.
No, really, what year was this?
It would have to be early 80s.
Okay, well then.
Oh my god.
Was your mom like a hippie?
Oh, yeah, it's very hippie.
Oh, bro, that's in though. She probably got you experience having like communal baths and stuff.
No, take it easy. It wasn't quite
No,
that bad.
I'm serious, but you know how? No, I mean like when you're young, that was a thing with hippies. You would put the soap at the top of the waterfall.
Make 'em work
and
for it.
then- No, have you never heard of this?
Sorry.
Oh wow,
You said
this is your mom. You're watching this.
Wanted a bath.
You're watching this. If you're watching this,
Whoever gets the
stop.
soap first. All right, go ahead.
I don't want to talk anymore. I'm a girl.
Do the next.
No, Amy, that's what I'm gonna say. My favorite memories are just traveling. Seemed like we travel a lot. Now my parents tell me we didn't travel that much, but I have a ton of memories of traveling a bunch. Seems like we lived in Jacksonville, Florida. My mom and my dad were from Illinois, and so we would go from Jacksonville to Illinois several times, at least several times in my life when I was a kid. I remember all those road trips. So
Florida.
Jacksonville Beach.
Heck yeah.
Beach boy.
You gonna tell Andrew? You gonna go?
You know who just went to Florida
Who?
on vacation? Your favorite politician. AOC.
Oh, really? She went to Florida?
She went to Florida. When her
Did she visit DeSantis while she was there?
Well, they actually did have a bit of a beef while they were down there.
The
Oh, while
Santa?
they were there. He found out she was in her state.
She went on Christmas.
So,
He
New
got
York.
the shakedown.
New York is having the Omnicorp breakout right now.
Omnicorp.
Omnicorp.
Omnicorporate.
I think it's like 20. Omnicorporate, yeah. I think like 20% of their population, despite their mandates and lockdowns, they have COVID right now. So they're in the midst of a terrible.
Is everybody in New York vaccinated now?
It's like 90% or more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're having those. You're a second-class citizen if you don't.
You
get
can't
vaccinated.
move. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like Australia. Australia, they're putting you in concentration camps.
Yep. That's not.
Well, they're not
conspiracy
calling them concentration camps.
Yeah.
They're calling them unvax camps or something.
Do you
like
get
that.
like free housing and stuff?
Yeah, look at the bright side.
Do they put you in tents? Are you in tents?
It's like.
Is it a tent?
Oh, actually, I think Biden just signed into legislation that they're building treatment facilities that won't be completed till 2025. So they're letting this thing go. And
they're working it. They're milking it for all it's worth.
Ryan told me that France just had a new variant they just discovered before the show.
They just made a new variant in France?
Yeah. What? Anyways, Omnicorp.
France wants some of this action.
Well,
Okay, guys, get in there and make something better than that.
So AOC goes down to Florida for vacation, and Ron DeSantis's publicity people are like, "Hey AOC, enjoy yourself while your state is in
Oh, really?
the middle of the pandemic."
And she's like, don't talk to me.
"Welcome to a free state. You should walk around, hanging out on the
Take your
beach."
mask off. Smell the air.
No mask. Yep. Right. So she claps back, sister, slay queen, right? And just says, "Well, where's your governor at? I haven't seen him in like 2 weeks because Ron DeSantis has been out of the office for like 2 weeks."
Oh, yeah.
She had-
Christmas.
Well, she had no idea that his wife has cancer, and he was
Oh,
helping
what
her
a-
out.
I almost just said the B.
So I mean, it was very distasteful in hindsight of her, and it looks terrible. Like she leaves to go on vacation to free Florida and is enjoying Florida while her state is in the middle of.
Oh, yeah. You leave your state with the legislation that you've pushed to go to another state where it's fun to live.
Where it's fun to live, and they don't have those mandates, and it.
And then
actually
you go
works.
back to your state
what's
and
fun?
raise hell and bitch about the state you just came from.
Crabs.
Yeah, she's going to
Crabs?
hell on earth, basically, where
Baltimore
everybody's
crabs.
dying.
Mazzani, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry, you was getting a little.
Mazzani said, you know what's worse? Crabs.
It was drowning on.
Let me
Look,
tell you
I got
something.
my hands now.
You got it now. You know where to
Yeah.
point. Give me that like a Pete's Crab House. Best crabs in Charlotte.
You're talking about Bo
Ryan's
Brooks Crab
missing
House?
it.
What? Say it again. It's Pete's.
Were you talking about?
Give her the camera there, Ryan.
No,
She's-
give it to. Pop it on Andrew.
We
real
could do
quick.
a split screen maybe of both of us, and we could do this together.
What's the name of the crab house
Well, yeah.
Bo Brooks Crab House. The
Bo
oldest,
Brooks.
Bo Brooks, the oldest crab
Bo.
house.
in Baltimore?
Bubba Crib.
Bo Brooks.
Bo Brooks Crab House, the oldest crab house in Baltimore. Boom.
You're still pointing over there. All right, let's do another question, Mazzani.
All right,
let's do another question.
All right.
Let's get off this question.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? Let's pray real quick before we go to another
Yeah,
question.
let's do it. And before we
Yeah, because
start
hey,
praying,
if you, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
before we start praying, we have shared a GoFundMe page on our.
Well, we're gonna talk about that.
d-
Is that what we're already doing? I thought we were gonna talk about it after we pray, but go ahead.
I think we should set precedents and
You are
then
right.
pray.
Kill it, slay it, play it.
You sound like Jack Black. Go ahead. Kill it, slay it, play it, wrap it, flip it. Oh, and reverse
Say
it.
and then we'll pray it.
I'm sorry. Let's get real. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So we have shared the GoFundMe page for Finn. If you take a look at it, it'll tell you more about what's going on. I'm gonna let Van take over from now. We're gonna pray for this family.
Well, it's just this is a son of one of our dear friends. This is a kid that's the child of some dear friends of ours, and many people know them, the Watsons, and things that they're dealing with. But this kid, the doctors found a tumor near his heart, a large tumor, and they said that it's encroaching on his heart and it's causing his heart to weaken. And they're pretty much now at the point where they said they really can't do anything else for him and just keep him comfortable. And so across the internet, and if, everybody that finds out about the story is just praying and crying out, because really the only hope that there is right now would be for Jesus to do a miracle, if that's in the plan and in the God's plan for that kid and for that family. And so, of course, we don't know everything that God has planned. Obviously, we're the created; He's the creator. But we're just saying that if it's part of His plan, if it's His will, that kid will be healed. That's what we're praying. That's what everybody that's chiming in is praying for that. So if you're watching this and you have interest in talking to God, we ask that you would take just a moment in time and go in and reach into your heart and ask the Lord to fix that kid, because that's the only hope he has now. That's what doctors are saying. So, but we thought we would take just a minute as a crew here and just pray for the kid too. And if you're watching, we ask you just to pray with us. Just take a second and talk to Jesus and ask him. Pray. Cool. So maybe put us on split screen. We'll do like a whatever. Let's pray real quick. Lord Jesus, we just ask you to heal this kid. We're not the only ones praying right now, and we know that you have a plan, and we just trust that your plan would come to pass. And we just ask you that we just pray that you would heal this kid. Let it be a great story, a testimony, that Finney would be healed and live a long, strong life. Pray for his parents and his grandparents and his family, just that they would, whatever the outcome that you have planned, that your will would be done here, and that they would be able to trust you and to just let you be a part of this whole season with them, and just pray that you would have your way in this whole situation, Lord. And in Jesus' name, amen. The other person we want to pray for is our camera lady, our switcher, Zaida. Her mom and Zaida need our prayer, and we don't know all the details of that, but there's some issues there, and just some wisdom. They need some direction. They need some, just some guidance for their situation. So Lord, we do pray for Zaida and her mom, that you would help out that situation and give them wisdom for how to move forward and all that stuff. It's kind of private, so I won't make a real specific, but just pray that you would be involved in that situation as well. Amen.
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 Cool. If you guys have prayers you want us to pray for at home, we'll definitely throw some P-Ray on it and get Jesus involved for what we can. So.
All right. Next question. This comes from Leoneer Pool.
Leoneer.
Linear equation would like to know, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? Anywhere but hell.
Hell isn't in the world.
You sure? Has that been proven? Is that a fact?
I think that's New York.
It's a biblical fact.
LA? Is it
New York
LA?
or California? They're competing for the best prize in hell.
Mm-hmm.
We're a better hell place than you are.
Oh yeah? Hold my beer. Mandates.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see your mandates. We'll banning straws.
Oh yeah, banning straws.
Oh no, the West Virginians.
4 shots.
Okay, well, truck drivers.
Can't get a job driving trucks in California. Tell you what.
No, literally, like
Wait for you.
they won't work in California.
Yeah,
because,
I know.
Yeah.
Bruh.
We were going there for a minute. I wish we had some more stuff on time.
Wish we knew some more facts.
I got one for you. AOC.
Damn.
I'll see your AOC.
And raise you Kamala in California.
Oh, yeah, Kamala.
yeah.
Oh, that died real fast.
Who is worse? That's a good one.
Who is Kamala?
Honestly, I would take Kamala over AOC any day. You can just tell Kamala what to do, and AOC is just outspoken.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Kamala's pretty ghostly right now. Nobody knows.
She's
what
gone
she's
crickets, hasn't she?
She has the worst vice presidential approval rating of all time. Of all time.
Which one of her?
whatever one she gotta be.
The Native American, the black lady.
Did you see that cringe interview she did when she was like trying to convince this whole crowd of black people to get vaccinated or maybe vote? I'm not sure. I think it was to vote, and she's like, it was so offensive. She like put on this fake accent, like, "You gonna meet me at the poll tomorrow?" You know what we like to say? You know what we like to say? Tomorrow's a good day. Can I get an amen? Go ahead, say it with me now.
Oh my gosh!
It was like, bruh, like
They're like, "Oh hell no!"
yeah, exactly.
Let me tell you something. Go to the voters booth tomorrow. Sister, can I get an amen?
Somebody get the holy water.
I'm going to meet you at the voters booth tomorrow, and we going to go ahead and vote for Joe Biden. Let me get a body on. Go ahead, sister.
Take me to dinner.
Ping pong.
You guys are crazy.
Anyways, yeah, that was Kamala Harris, and she was just struggling.
Canceled.
Yeah. Whatever she's got to be is what she'll be.
Yeah, Chameleon Harris.
Chameleon Harris. That's perfect. That's really good.
That's Mama T came up with that one the other day.
Oh, okay.
That was me. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Kenny. I get them mixed up back there.
Oh, wow.
Can I get an amen in the
Weren't we talking about
congregation?
tongues earlier?
Chameleon Harris.
What kind of tongues?
The ones that
Nope.
lick me in the mouth.
Tongues in the mouth. Dog tongues all up in your mouth.
That helps you speak in tongues, apparently.
Oh gosh. Do we have any other questions, Mazzani?
Yeah, we got a couple.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Mr. Lick Me in the Mouth.
Yeah. Here's a fast one. Letitia Speaks wants to know, can y'all write in cursive? Now, I think she meant now. Nowadays, kids are not taught these.
Do they not teach kids cursive at all nowadays?
No, they don't.
Oh, that's a crime.
Is it?
I don't know.
I spent so much
Was
time
cursive
having
that
to learn.
necessary, really?
Do you sign your name in cursive?
Yeah.
But you can sign an X if you want to,
I just
or a
kinda
smiley
scribble.
face.
I learned in 3rd grade, and I exclusively write in cursive. It's faster for me.
Is it faster? Is that why they taught us cursive? Was it because it's faster to write?
I think
You
it's just
exclusively
fancy.
write in cursive?
Exclusively write in cursive.
I'll tell you what, there's a bigger difference between, like, you know.
Do people read your cursive and say, "What is this?"
No, they're like, wow, that's really nice looking.
Really? Can you guys read cursive? Because I haven't even seen cursive in years. Do we have any cursive we can pull up and
Let me
read?
see if I can find you some.
Because I haven't seen cursive in many, many moons.
Why are we even writing anymore? We have TikTok.
Why are we writing? Why do we need to even write with paper? What is paper?
Yeah. Are
It's
you guys,
cotton.
Are you guys on TikTok or?
What would you?
Let's go.
Okay, here, let's see if I got
Thunder
There's a
Mifflin.
little bit on this one.
Thunder Mifflin Paper Company.
Little plug.
A little paper plug.
Little paper plug.
You know what a
Read
plug
the second
is?
line on this one.
A plug?
Yeah.
Where does that term come from?
Is that not cursive?
Well-
I don't know what cursive even looks like anymore.
A dog.
That is not cursive.
Mazzani.
That's
See?
just
You
fancy
see what
font.
has happened to our society?
Oh, wow.
We asked for cursive and she brings up a picture of a puppy.
This is what they're teaching our kids in
Cursive is a
public
type
school.
of writing that
I
used to happen.
know.
They're purposefully destroying our education.
Oh, here's a good one.
It's
I
a
got it.
conspiracy.
There you go.
It's a conspiracy.
Let me tell you something.
Can I get a Joe
Biden! Let me hear you say it, sister.
Hey, man, I don't appreciate that.
Let's go, Brandon.
Someday. Oh, yeah, I can read it. Yeah, someday we old folks will use cursive writing as a secret code. Oh, I like that.
We already do.
That's pretty cool.
My grandma's cursive is immaculate. It looks like it was written by a World War II veteran.
or a Civil War vet?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's beautiful. It's just every time I need something wrote, and I'll be like, Grandma, I think I'm gonna laminate this.
Your grandmother's a Civil War vet?
No,
Is that what you
her
said?
husband was.
Wait, is she old? Her husband old enough? No.
It was a joke.
That would have been like your great
It was
grandfather.
a joke.
1860s.
Actually, though, he was a World War II vet. He was tremendously older than her.
Great.
World War II is different than
Yeah,
the
but I'm just
Civil
saying
War.
that he was old enough to be her daddy. That's a thing now. By the way, I'm in the
He's
line.
old enough to be my daddy.
Let me do an advertisement. I am in line to find somebody in that age range.
Civil War?
Fellas, I think there's potential in this crowd.
Old enough to be my dad.
Oh, Mazzani, please do not post that on social media. I'm looking for somebody old enough to be my daddy.
I mean it.
That's awkward.
Why?
Is it? Why?
Because he'd be a pedophile.
I'm 25 now.
Why not? Because
No, because
Are we
she
really
is
bringing
not
oh, why
this
the hell
her age.
not? Come on, why the hell
Are
not?
we really bringing this
You're
around?
talking about you're going to bring in some dude old enough to be your daddy, so that's like 45, and you're like 25.
45 is. You think 45 is old?
Well, 20 years
You better
ago,
watch it.
20 years ago, when he was 25 and you were 5, you don't see a problem with this?
But I'm not 5
They didn't
now.
know each other then.
That's awkward, y'all.
You ever
It's
seen
awkward?
Modern
I'm not 5
Family?
now.
It's
I
awkward.
feel like Van is trying to ostracise people who are minor attracted,
Minor attracted.
and that is literal
Why do you keep using-
violence.
Why do you keep using that word? Oh, what happened?
Ryan just fell out.
Are you okay, man?
Yeah, I'm great.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, we had an earthquake.
You said minor attracted, and his chair kicked out from underneath him.
Well, I'm gonna stop.
He must like coal miners. He's a coal miner's daughter.
I get it.
You get it? A coal miner.
Um,
No,
I got the black lung.
that's racist.
Stretching.
The white supremacy is thick in this air.
My blood just fell out.
White supremacy.
I could practically taste it.
That would have been awesome.
You're in control of the cameras, man. You can put them on you all the time.
I went
recreate
to
it.
go switch it, and I missed it because I was falling backwards.
Oh, really?
What was the question?
Yeah, what was the question? You're the one in charge of questions around here.
Oh, do kids write in cursive anymore?
Kids write in cursive
okay,
anymore,
yeah. I thought that was gonna be a quick question, and it just flip flopped into something.
That's craziness.
Yeah, it is. Okay, well, let's go to the next one. This is a good one.
I think we'll do something different with the lighting in the studio.
I want to show. Let's see here if I can open this. Let's expand this. I want to show this right here. Hello. Oh. Hello. These are just happy mistakes.
You know what they are teaching
What?
kids these
Yeah, sure,
days?
sure.
What are they teaching kids these days?
Critical race theory.
Oh, don't get us started on that. But I agree. It's awful. What is this? Iceland is actually one of the only places in the world where mosquitoes are not endemic. There are no snakes in Iceland either, and few spider species, none of which are dangerous to humans. But you know what they do have there?
What?
Ice. It's very dangerous to humans. An icicle, a big 6-foot icicle,
No, Iceland is
drop from
green.
overhead and impale
Iceland
you
green?
through the top of the head like one of those super bad movies.
Iceland is
That's
green.
pretty bad. What would you rather? A
Greenland is
small
ice.
spider bite or a 6-foot
Hold on a
icicle
second. I could be wrong.
impaling
Let me
you?
Google it.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. They're just overlooking the obvious.
Yeah.
It's called Iceland.
Yeah, but a lot of it's green. A lush.
That's
green
Greenland.
green.
It's a neighboring
Greenland
island.
is more ice.
Actually, Iceland is nice and Greenland is ice.
Everybody knows that. That's the oldest pun joke in the world. I was just trying to make dad
That's
jokes.
a little punny, isn't it?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yo, but Iceland ain't America, so
Iceland's the greatest country on the earth. Is Iceland
Have you now?
Yeah, Iceland's a country, right?
yeah,
Or is it like part of Norway or
it's
something?
a country. Well, yeah.
How can it be a country? There's only like 2 cities on there.
Let's see here.
Ooh, that is a great question.
Anyway,
I have some great questions.
No, seriously, what's the population of Iceland, and how many cities do they have, and why hasn't somebody taken over this country and made it theirs by now?
They have a very strong defense.
It's like
Nordic island country in the North Atlantic,
Iceland has a strong defense.
the most sparsely populated country in Europe.
Sparsely. There you go.
Yeah.
What's the population?
Let's see here.
42.
Iceland.
I'll take over Iceland myself.
364,260.
We got more people in our military than they have citizens.
We got more people in the city of Philadelphia.
We could just take over Iceland and be called Little America.
Didn't Trump say like we should buy Greenland?
We'll call it New America.
Yeah. I mean, oh look, it's on the map. Okay, so it's picture Britain, and it's like directly north of Britain, probably like
Is this history class?
So
that as well.
we're going to make a plan to take over Iceland.
I'm not in this. My name's Bennett, and I ain't in it.
And we're going to have another part of America. It's like small as one of our states. Why isn't no other country taking over?
Why can't we just leave people alone? Leave Brittany alone.
Oh, probably don't have any natural resources, and we would probably have to support them.
Yeah.
It just
They do have natural resources.
it'd just be like buying land just to pay taxes on it.
Do they got Earl?
They got ice.
They probably got some Earl under that ice.
You said herb?
Herb.
Earl.
Okay, Mazzani, we're starting to run out of time, so let's do like maybe 1 or 2 more questions, and then we're going to hit the bricks.
Please answer this one yes or no. It's easy.
Tell me why
ain't nothing but
David Chapman would like to know, do y'all...
What's up, David? DC.
David Chapman.
David.
Chap.
Yeah.
You say...
D-Money.
She's afraid to start. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just waiting.
Somebody get me a hickory.
He's going to pop him legs.
We got to go back to the 80s.
He's about to pop him legs. See what you done, David? See what you done there?
Get the mattress and the hickory.
I hope Kenny's getting all of his Trump quotes queued up over there.
I only got like 2.
Okay. David Chapman wants to know, do y'all think Trump will be president again?
I want him to be president again. Absolutely. But
Wrong.
Congratulations.
but I don't know if he'll run, first of all. I hope he does. But if he does, I foresee the problem would be that most of his voter base may be hesitant to vote again because he was so blatantly illegally wronged last time. You know, it's so blatant the way that the obviously, you know, again, some people don't agree with me, but I mean, come on, look at the voting statistics, that it was fabricated. The win was fabricated and stolen. And then also whenever the stink was raised and we're like, hey, we want to check these machines that quote unquote found more votes for Biden than for Trump. And there was like 6 of those machines. What were those called? Some kind of
I forgot the name.
Orion machines or something crazy like that. But whatever those machines were, there was like 6 of them, and each machine took like a region of the country or whatever. And all of a sudden, a bomb blows up in front of the building that housed 5 of them and ruined 5 of the machines right before we could check all the voting and stuff. Oh,
I am declaring war.
How convenient.
They fought tooth and nail for any type of forensic investigation.
Yeah, for any forensic and yeah. So, anyways, the point I'm making is, I think if Trump does run again, obviously I want him to, but I'm concerned that the voter base would not have the belief that their vote would be counted accurately, and so therefore they may not go to the polls. That's my concern.
Here's a quick comment, and it's just a comment. I just want to say that because now I'm a reformed person, and I would vote for Trump, believe it or not. But
wait.
I'm done. I'm
what?
done.
Say-
I'm done. I'm
what
done.
did you say?
You get that one time in your
She's
life.
been red-pilled, man.
You get
Oh,
that.
you took
get
the red
that
pill.
one time. One time. Now, what I want to say is, what do people? This is what I'm thinking. What do people who lose always say? Oh, it's the ref. It's it's somebody else. It's not us. It's not our fault. You know, we didn't actually lose. That's just how it sounds to me.
But we can always, like in a sporting event, like you're alluding to, like we can see it, right?
Yeah.
We can see the proof. We can watch the replay.
Yeah,
In
but
this,
most of the
it
time
was-
sometimes we still go with what the ref said.
Okay, well, this is my answer, and I think I'll answer that,
And
that question.
let me say this before you answer it. Mazzani, that mentality that you just said is the reason why more stink hasn't been raised about this nationwide. What I'm saying is there's a vast majority of Americans, and honestly predominantly Democrat because they won, who have that mentality like, hey, you guys are just being sore losers. You know, when the statistics show, and a lot of this liberal media won't even show these statistics and these findings, where many times people would go to the polls and they would go in and say, hey, my name's Bill Johnson, I'm going to vote. You know, I'm a Republican, I'm here to vote for Donald Trump. And then the voting lady says to him, you've already voted today, and you voted for Joe Biden. And he's like, I hadn't been here today. And she's like, we've already got your ballot counted. because things like that were happening. But they don't put that on the news. See what I mean? And there's many, many, many situations like that. There were tons of ballots that were fabricated where dead people were voting for Joe Biden. People have been dead for 10 years, and they were voting for it. And they have a ballot filled out today for Joe Biden. You see what I'm saying? So just tons of that stuff was happening. I'm not talking about one or two. I'm talking about millions and millions of these things happening on a grand scheme. You know, these we can go into all this, but the point I'm making is that I would be concerned that these kind of stories would steal from some of the vigor that Trump's voter base may have, and when going to the polls, there may be, unless there's some voter reform, voting reform that takes place between now and then, there's probably a lot of people that are just going to say, "Oh, screw it, I'm not even going to deal with this anymore."
Well, voter reform is racism, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I need to show you my ID to get into a movie theater, or I need to show you that I'm vaccinated. But if you ask me to show you ID to vote for the future of this country, you're a racist.
Yeah,
apparently.
All right, let's go to the next question.
That's another. Hey, guys, if you're watching the show and you want us to talk about this more, I'd like to get onto this topic a little bit more, maybe in another show. We just don't have enough time to get on it now. But there's a lot of good information about that. So ask questions about this on one of the next shows coming up in the next couple weeks or something. Okay, Mazzani, kick it to let's do this as the last question. Is it pretty good for last question?
Tell
me why.
Yeah, we'll make it the last question, and we'll try to hit these other ones next week. So tune in next week if we didn't get to your question.
Okay, yeah. If we didn't get to your question, please watch next week and ask some more questions.
Please.
We'll get to them. Just give us time.
Okay. Yes.
Just give us some time.
Yes, and we all had lovely Christmases and New Year's at Linnea Pool. Thank you.
Mine are attracted.
Can I? Okay, so
coal miner.
Tara Estes Stock.
Tara
would like to know, how can I motivate? But I already. How can I motivate myself to start my diet now that the new year is over? Okay, but it's still cold and snowy outside. What can I tell myself to get my butt into gear?
Okay, this is great wisdom from Big Van. I'm going to tell everybody in the world that wants to lose weight right now. Go buy a string bikini and put it on. Stand in front of the mirror and take a picture of yourself.
Well,
Me too.
I mean, I might not want to lose weight then.
And put it, and then take that picture, print it out, and tape it to your mirror that you brush your teeth in front of every day. And look at that in all your glory every morning. Frankly, if you're fine with what you see, then you don't need to lose any weight. So.
Have you done that?
Yes, he wore.
I did, but then Tracy threatened divorce, so she's like, "I ain't looking at that every morning. I'm brushing my teeth."
I have a semi-satirical response. So, social media is running everybody's life.
It was really scary the first time she walked in and saw it. First thing in the morning, she hadn't totally woke up.
What is this?
Walks up to the mirror. Wow! Big 2 foot by 3 foot poster size blow up of me in a bikini, thong bikini, looking out over my shoulder.
Go on. Don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do. Eat breakfast. Actually, you should eat fruit before 12 o'clock because it gets your metabolism going and your body can break it down.
I disagree with that.
Well, some of the best.
Okay, hold on a minute.
This is gonna be an argument.
Hold on a minute. Out of everybody in this studio, you got me. Who do you want to take advice from? Who do you want to take advice from, viewers? Me, Big Van.
Before this happens, I just want to say, before this happens, I want to say, one, Ryan is also very fit, and actually all these people back here are very fit. And I also want to say one more thing before you dig your hole.
Hey, what I'm saying is,
before you dig your hole, let me finish, because you finna dig it.
Can I finish?
You finna dig it?
had the best album of all time.
You finna dig it?
Of all
Go ahead.
time.
I want to be close to you. I want to feel the breath
go ahead.
on my face.
Go ahead, Mazzani. What were you going to say?
That was strangely arousing.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, would you rather take advice from somebody who's already fit and probably never had to work on getting fit? Or somebody who's always been trying to get fit?
We want to see a success story. Somebody fat
success.
that has done it. I want to know who's done it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you about my success story.
Okay, let's see it, Mazzani.
No, I'm just playing. I'm not actually playing though because
They love it.
Let me tell you the trick. Have a baby. If you can afford to do it, have a baby, and whenever you have a baby, your mindset changes. While you're pregnant,
She's like,
and
I just
then
lost 10
then you
pounds
drop
in
the
one
baby.
day.
Legit.
Beat that.
And then you drop your baby, and you lose it like
Bam.
I lost like 35 pounds my pregnancy, and it's crazy.
How big was the baby?
The baby was only 6 pounds 7 ounces. It was me, a lot of me, because my
How big
mindset
was the
was different.
placenta?
I don't know. I didn't look at it.
28
it was
pounds.
Gross. It was like a little manta. It was like a manta ray or something. But I'm just saying it's different. But right after that, you got to keep that same mindset. That's my problem. I can't. I'm like, oh, I got to be healthy for my baby then. But now she's out, and I'm like, cheeseburgers.
Yeah. French fries.
French fries from a thigh.
All right, let's go ahead, Andrew. Tell us real quick how to lose weight.
We
what you're
wanna
gonna
know.
say?
Real quick, just some candid advice. Definitely don't eat fast food. We talked about fast food on this show, and
Eat it slowly.
Yeah.
So eat Big Macs. Just chew longer.
I mean, if you believe that like organizations like the FDA and a lot of the food that we eat, a lot of trusted organizations, if you believe that they're truly corrupt and they take money from lobbyists and special interest groups, then it's obvious, or should be obvious, that a lot of the foods that we eat are completely terrible for you.
Yeah.
Even like look at Italy versus the United States. The grains that we eat, people have gluten issues in America because we destroyed our soil and put bleach in our food and whatnot. So be conscious of what you eat. Drink a lot of water. And I will say,
Weight loss expert parentheses.
an easy way to go about it for sure, like a small change, is before 12 o'clock in the day, don't eat anything but fruit and water, because your body can metabolize it, and it wakes your metabolism up.
Oh, yeah.
So it starts burning things quicker, and just be conscious of what.
So
you're
you don't
putting in
like
your
my
body.
picture of the string bikini on the mirror idea?
I do. To that point, I was saying, go on social media, go on Facebook,
Post it on social media.
He still has it on his mirror.
take a picture of yourself in all your glory, and post it on social media.
Looking out over my shoulder wearing a
Yeah,
thong.
yes, from the bike.
Hey, Andrew. It's me, Van, again.
because a lot of people. Oh my god.
Welcome back.
Unfortunately, a lot of people derive a lot of their self-worth from their social media presence, right?
Yeah.
So if you go on your Instagram,
Would I get a lot more friends or less friends?
a lot of people would probably be like, nice. If
You
look
looking
at-
so good, guy.
Yeah, they'd be supportive, right?
Yeah, right.
Just post what you look like right now on social media, and then like make it a public post. Like, I'm about to lose 10 pounds, and I'll update you. Now you have.
What if
to
it was
do it.
what if it was the opposite? What if I posted what I look like now and say, my goal this year is to gain 75 pounds.
Follow me through this
People
journey.
would
Follow me
really
through
follow
this
you.
journey.
People would. That's a good.
They'd be like, you're so body positive.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
You're bold and beautiful.
I was being kind of sarcastic. Like, don't do that.
Don't
But-
do that. Don't put yourself in your thong on. Listen, some of you people need to be wearing a lot more clothes on social media. Let me just tell you that.
Wait a minute. Are you shaming body positivity?
Wow.
Because literally,
Listen,
everybody is
listen.
beautiful. And for you to deny that is literal violence.
So now I'm gonna come to the studio with a gun.
But if you really don't, if you don't like what you see, then why can't you not look at it?
No, I do. I love it all.
No, I'm just. I
You
think
know
that
we got
really
a
is
problem
good,
with
bro.
somebody's asking for our address, our mailing address. That's a real problem. Was somebody seriously asking for our
No,
address?
I made that up.
Be conscious about what you put in your body. Most of the food that we eat is garbage, so you got to be.
So just put
careful.
garbage in your
Read
body.
Don't
your
do it.
label. Stay away from high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah,
That's what I was told.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's way, 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 way harder to eat healthy than it is just to eat convenient. So it's a battle, really.
Yeah.
That everybody has to fight if they choose to even care about or be conscious of what we have going on here.
We need to go to shakes like on that show Wall-E.
Hmm?
Everybody just ate shakes.
Yeah, I have the shakes after 2 days.
This is shakes.
Being here tweaking.
Okay, listen, everybody. Thanks for watching this episode of the Ask Big Van Show. We're so happy you guys were a part of it. Loved your comments, loved your questions. If we couldn't get to all your questions, we'll definitely hit those up next week. And so join us again next week to check out how we respond to your comments and get your feedback in those. If you want to be on the show, you want to be a guest in studio, let us know. Reach out to us, direct message. And then also, if you want to be a guest, video guest, we have that feature. Do we have that feature ready, Ryan? Yeah, so we're ready now in this year, 2022. If you want to be a video guest where your face can be on one of these split screens with us, definitely reach out and let us know if you want to do that. Maybe you're not in our area, but you still want to be on the show. If you're in another part of the country or another country altogether, like Tara, you're there in Canada, you could be a part of the show. So if you're one of my children or grandchildren or generations after me, I just want to say I love you. I encourage you to give your life to Christ and get to know him as the best that you can, to spend time with him and love on him, let him love on you. And so if you're not one of my kids or whatever, I wish the same for you. I hope you can find the peace that goes